All right, guys. So this is essentially in the cloud here, this nice big fluffy cloud, what you need to remember for these three cases. Okay. Um, just note that for this works for the angles that are outside of the circle. Okay. And it's always large arc minus the small arc. It's very easy. This is known as a secant line. Okay, so you know a tangent line hits at one point, chords stay with inside, right, and hit the circle in 2 points. A secant line is a line that goes through the circle, hits at 2 points, and keeps going. Okay, so this is an example of secant secant. This is an example of secant tangent. This is an example of tangent tangent. Tangent tangent does have a shortcut. Okay, but it only works on this one. It doesn't work on these two. The shortcut is that this is supplementary to that small arc. But in the end, you can use the same formula for all three cases. So you guys can choose, what you want to do there. Okay. All right. Anybody still writing this down? Okay. Let's take a look at each case. All right. So here's our first one. We see that we have 3 out of the 4 arcs, so we need to find this guy. All right. So we're going to take 360. We're going to subtract 100, subtract 72, and then subtract 140. That's going to leave us with a total of 48 degrees. So right here is 48 degrees. Now, in order for us to find the measure of angle X, we do 1/2 times 72 minus 48. Put that in your calculator, you should get what? What should it be? 12. Nice job. So 12 degrees. Any questions? All right, the second case, tangent secant. So from here to here, okay? Again, we got to find that. So we're going to take 360. We're going to subtract 101, and we're going to subtract 94. This leaves us with 165 degrees. Now that I have everything, I'm going to say that the measure of angle C is going to equal 1/2 times 165 minus 101. Someone tell me, what is the measure of angle C? Emma? 32 degrees. Very good. All right, next one. We have this large arc. We need this small arc. So again, it's going to be 360 minus 250, which gives us a total of 110. So then the measure of angle L will be 1/2 times 250 minus 110. What does that leave us with? How many degrees? Yep. 70 degrees. Good job. Questions on that? All right, try the next two on your own. I'm going to leave this up just as a reference, but try the next two. We'll go over it in a minute. All right, show of hands. Who's working on A and B? All right, let's check it out. So here are the solutions. Anybody have any questions? Going once, going twice. Okay. Let's take a look at the back side of the sheet. Oops. Okay. So if we take a look at this next one, now they're giving you everything you need except you need to solve for x. So when I set this up, when I'm finding the angle, I'm going to set this up as 3x equals 1/2 times the quantity 4x plus 50 minus 30. Okay? Why don't you guys take a minute and solve for that? What is x? Who could tell me? Emma? 10. Very good. All right. And then if you needed to find specifics, obviously you take that 10 and substitute it in. Okay. I want you guys to try this one on your own real quick. And we're going to do 3 together. All right. Who's still working on number 2? All right, let's check it out. So here's number 2. You should have gotten 80 and 50. Does anybody have any questions? One thing you can always do is just break it up into parts. That's what we're going to learn next, okay? All right, let's take a look at number 3. I want us to do this one together. So in number 3, it says, given that the measure of EFG is 200 degrees. So E to F to G is 200 degrees. And the arc measure of AB, so this guy right here, is 80 degrees. They want us to find this angle. So that's actually going to be pretty easy because we're just using, looks like a tangent secant. Okay. So we're going to have, so the measure of angle EDB is going to equal 1/2 times 200 minus 80. How big is that angle? Who can tell me? What do we get? What'd you get? 60. Nice job. All right, so that's 60 degrees. Now we got to find this little itty bitty arc right here with this smaller circle. Okay, that's what AB is for this guy. So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just draw a larger version of the circle so it's a little easier for me to see. If you guys look at this, I've got like a chord situation going on here. So I'm just going to draw the two chords. Now this is the arc in question, and that's A, B, and we don't know what that is and we want to find it, so I'm going to just label that with an X. But it did give me some other information. First off, we have this guy, that's 60. We calculated that, right? And then it says right here, this itty bitty little arc is 24 degrees. Okay? So now what we have here is a chord situation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my tools from yesterday in order to find that. We're going to state that X is going to equal 1/2. Well, actually, no, we're not going to say that equal. Sorry. 1/2 times X plus 24 equals 60 degrees. So someone tell me, what is the measure of angle X? Not angle, arc. Measure of arc AB. That's better. What do we end up getting? Tony? What'd you get? 96 degrees. Very good. So you guys kind of notice how that all needs to be broken up a little bit? What you can see and what you can't see. And if you need to draw a picture, draw a picture. It's totally fine. Okay? I want you guys to try the one below on your own. Solve for X and Y, and we'll go over that in a few minutes. I'll leave this up for reference, though. Show of hands. Who's still working on X and Y? If you are, it's fine. I just want to know. Okay. All right, let's check it out. So here it is. So as you can see, I just kind of broke it up into two separate circles. Okay. X should be 58 degrees. Y should be 104 degrees. Any questions? Okay. That's it. Those of you watching at home, have a great day. Homework's on Savas.